Ever had a litter of puppies and one puppy die for no reason? Ever go to the vet and the vet say,
your puppies have fading puppy syndrome?
what is fading puppy syndrome? Stay tuned and find out.
I got you right now. What's going on, Bully fam?
What's going on, Bully fam? It's your boy, the educated, the scientist, Mr. Double Muscle Lion Bulls, bringing you another episode of Breeders' Hacks. We're talking about fading puppy syndrome, right? This is something that people ask me all the time. They send me all these kinds of TikTok videos talking about how you can save a puppy from fading puppy syndrome. Well, we're going to talk about that today. So fading puppy syndrome, based off of the Blackwell's reproduction and endocrinology, fading puppy syndrome, simple way to put it, if the vet diagnoses your puppies with fading puppy syndrome, is basically your puppy's passing away and we don't know what it is. So that's really what it means. When people say that they have came out with all these types of different treatments and cures for fading puppy syndrome, how do you know that this treats fading puppy syndrome when fading puppy syndrome could be a million different things? A puppy could be fading because of the fact that it's hypoglycemic. It could be fading away because of the fact that it's dehydrated. It could have so many different things, and the vet's just not able to identify what it is, so they label it as fading puppy syndrome. So when I see people come out and say,
well, this is the treatment that cures all fading puppy syndrome,
I look and I say, So, like I said, fading puppy syndrome, it's just a generic term. So there are things that you can do that will help puppies that are just overall weak or overall sick. And I guess you could say that could help towards fading puppy syndrome, like puppy plasma. I did a video on that. And just it helps overall weak puppies because of the fact that it's giving them the antibodies that they would need. But overall, fading puppy syndrome, it's just a blanket statement. Basically just saying, hey, your puppy's fading, it's passing away, or it's very weak, and we don't know why. So if you ever see that on a report or whatever the case may be from the vet, that's really what it means. So now I'm going to give you my theories, and this is just theories realistically, on fading puppy syndrome. And I've seen fading puppy syndrome quite some time now, as far as puppies passing and you don't know why. I think one of the leading causes, in my opinion, is doing C-sections prematurely. Puppies being born prematurely. So I believe what fading puppy syndrome is, oftentimes, the vet will do a C-section too early. Maybe they would just solely went based off of the days or whatever the case may be, but the C-section was performed too early. What you should have done was make sure you got your reverse progesterone done and checked your temperatures. But besides the point, the C-section was done too early. So the puppies come out. They have slick faces, slick paws. You see a lot of pink. And the puppies, they just seem to do okay. And within the first week, they all start dropping dead. And you don't know why. And it was because they were premature. And not only were they premature, but if you cut the puppies out and remove them too early, what winds up happening is that they actually don't make the adjustment properly when it comes to now breathing air and being outside of their mom. So they'll survive for a couple of days, but then they'll all start dropping dead. So you could do anything and everything. If you can save a couple, consider yourself lucky, but usually a large portion of them pass away. So I think that's the leading cause of fading puppy syndrome, is doing C-sections, usually too early, in my opinion, which at that point, like I said, all you can do is your best to have the puppies on oxygen, giving them around the care clock, and just hoping that you can get as many to survive as possible. But at the same time, I think there's other things too, obviously, that people overlook, that when the puppies start passing away, they claim it to be fading puppy syndrome. Another one is like with canine herpes virus and brucellosis, where the puppies come out, if they're lucky, that if they've survived at all, and they wind up dying on you. And the person never did the test, so they're unsure, they don't know, and the puppies pass away. I don't think there's one size fits all in this situation where fading puppy syndrome. I think the best thing that you can do is just treat any symptoms that come across your way, and don't get too caught up in doing just one thing, thinking that it treats all the symptoms that could be of fading puppy syndrome. You could have a puppy who has fading puppy syndrome, who's weak, that just has a lot of diarrhea. That puppy may have some sort of coccidia or giardia, and the puppy's just too small to be able to identify it. Or, something else. I'm just trying to give you guys an example, an idea. Don't quote me on it. But anyway, guys, that's fading puppy syndrome, in my opinion. I think a lot of people are just doing C-sections a little bit too early. So this is my opinion. Drop a comment down below. Let us know what you think. I've heard of all kinds of tips and tricks that have helped the overall health of puppies, like Kaleido Silver, and the list goes on. But hey, grab a book, take a read, And let me know what you guys find when it comes to fading puppy syndrome. Anyway, until I see you guys on the next episode of Breeders' Hacks. All right, guys.